Shalom, shalom. It's a little impromptu. Let me get right. This is very impromptu. Just gonna throw this up raw. Salakia. Get this mic in. Get my light right. Oh, praise Yahweh. What's going on? Shalom, shalom. Oh, you see, I got my gas sticker on. That mob gorilla on. Make sure I go get this over gorilla.com. Yo, I'm just chilling. I'm actually was over here studying, watching a little bit of videos, editing some videos. All praise Yahweh. And I just seen this. So somebody sent me this earlier. One of the officers sent me earlier. This video. So like, let me get this. This video, this brother who had, I guess, posted an image on social media of himself kneeling on some little white kid's neck. Video he put. Y'all can hear me? The volume got to go up. Shalom, Makai. Y'all hear me now? We good? I ain't got my lights. Okay, all praise. Yeah, so the brother apparently did a picture on social media that went kind of viral where he was standing on some or kneeling on some little white kid's neck. Apparently they saying the kid was 2 years old. 2 years old. Now, I'm not going to comment on that. Here's all I'm going to comment on. First, let's just go to the article. This be a Fox News headline reads, Ohio man in custody after kneeling on crying white child's neck, comma, praising Black Lives Matter. An Ohio man who was out on parole had been thrown in jail and awaits new felony charges after a photo circulated on social media showing him posing with his knee to the neck of a crying white 2-year-old boy alongside a message referencing Black Lives Matter. Viva Yasharala, right? The Clark County Sheriff's Office first became aware of the photo circulating social media on Tuesday and appears to be a direct reference to the former Minnesota cop Derek Chauvin, who leaned on the neck of George Floyd before he died, sparking. See, now I'm cold reading this article. Let's read this again, y'all. Let's go over this slow and let's go over this carefully. Barak Atha, most highest. Tremendous question. Whose baby is this? Now, the brother Now, there's just a theory. From the looks of him, he looks like a Latino brother, possibly, but his name is Isaiah Jackson. So that lets me know he's more than likely of the Southern Kingdom. So he could be so-called mixed, possibly black and white, like myself, and that would maybe grant him access to little white kids who may be his relatives. That's possible. But I want to read this paragraph again. Watch this. The Clark County Sheriff's Office first became aware of the photo circulating. My fault. It appears to be a direct reference to the former Minnesota cop Derek Chauvin, who leaned on the neck of George Floyd before he died. You see that? Who leaned on the neck of George Floyd before he died. Whoever wrote this article is writing it to say that Derek Chauvin's neck on the neck of George Floyd is not what directly led to his death. They're saying it's something that happened to happen before George Floyd died, but was not actually the cause of death. Cause of death in the George Floyd case. Homicide. The medical examiner's final findings issued June 1st classify Floyd's death as a homicide caused by a cardiopulmonary arrest while being restrained by officers who had subjected Floyd to neck compression. So that neck compression led to a cardiopulmonary arrest, and that's how he died. It was a homicide. This is on record. This is not made up. This is not propaganda. This is not they said something else and we're saying, no, really, y'all trying to cover up a body. This is plain and clear according to the ME in Minnesota. Yet, we have the propaganda machine. That is Fox News. In this article, and again, I'm not speaking on any justification for the man's actions. I'm not giving any opinion, whether I'm for it, against it, or indifferent to it. I care to give no opinion on this matter. Solomon McFadden, right? I'm giving no opinion on this matter. I'm just reporting. But in my reporting, what I'm finding is very disturbing. Again, I'm cold reading this article. I did not read it over before. I did not, give it a thorough read before I went live. I just said, I just seen this. I just seen the screenshot in one of the SICARRI group chats. I just couldn't believe it. I'm sitting here in the school. I'm in the process of processing a video so I can upload it for tonight's power hour, 9 o'clock Eastern. Most high will be ready by then. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to go live. Joel, I'm pleading, Papa, I'm pleading the fifth out. Sister Taz, y'all about me out Shabbat the water, sister. So let's go back up over this, right? Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So like I really need some drink. But yeah, so let's go back over this. All right, all praise. So it says the Clark County Sheriff's Office. Let's go back up. Yeah. First became aware of the photo circulating social media on Tuesday and appears to be a direct reference to the former Minnesota cop Derek Chauvin, who leaned on the neck of George Floyd before he died. Again, according to the medical examiner, cause of death of George Floyd was that neck compression that caused a cardiopulmonary arrest. What is it? What is a cardiopulmonary arrest? Let's look at what that is. Because again, The author, let's take a look at who authored this article. So it's right here at the top. Danielle Wallace. Let's look at Danielle Wallace. Just, what's funny? Oh, Danielle Wallace. Look at her. She's so porcelain and blonde. And of course, Derek Chauvin, his knee on his neck didn't kill George Floyd. It happened before George Floyd happened to die. Of course, she would spin it like that. Cardio preliminary arrest.
Distance has been on all of.
What is this? Turn this on. There we go. Let's take a look at cardio preliminary arrest. I look up cardio preliminary arrest, which is just another name for a cardiac arrest. What is a cardiac arrest? Is a sudden loss of blood flow resulting from the failure of the heart to pump effectively. Signs include loss of consciousness and abnormal or absent breathing. Oh, wasn't he having abnormal or absent breathing for minutes while begging him to take his knee off of his neck? That neck compression, hold on here. Let's go back to the ME's report. Who had subject Floyd to neck compression. That neck compression caused the brother to have abnormal or absent breathing, which is the early signs of the cardiac arrest. Because they persisted and they didn't stop, he died. But what's this devil's name? Daniel Wallace. It just happened to happen before he died, even though the ME rules it a homicide. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. The photo shows a man who has since been identified as 20-year-old Isaiah Jackson with his knee on the neck of a crying white toddler who is only wearing a diaper. Another person holds the child's hands behind his back. The banner across the photo read BLM, which is Black Lives Matter, now MF, which, is mother, what. So Black Lives Matter now, mother, All right. So that was the message that he was sending. Patrols were able to determine the location where the incident took place and made contact with both the mother and the child, as well as the male subject seen kneeling in the image. The Clark County Sheriff's Office said in an update on Facebook Thursday, the relationship between Jackson and the child's mother is unknown. Okay. Jackson, a parole authority holder from the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction, was taken into custody and remains incarcerated in the Clark County Jail. He is waiting for the county prosecutor to provide a determination on the scope and breadth of the felony charges that will be supported by the Office of Presentation in Court, according to the sheriff's office. The child, who has not been identified by authorities, was taken to a local hospital for examination, where he was found to have no injuries related to the incident. So this child was not at all injured. He was not injured at all. Right? Now, again, let's go back up here. When was this article posted? 7 hours ago. So around noon. So watch this. The Clark County Sheriff's Office first became aware of the photo circulating social media on Tuesday. So they hear about it on Tuesday. He's in jail by Thursday. He might have even got arrested yesterday. But let's just give him 48 hours. He's in jail by Thursday. Right? Right here. May 25th is when George Floyd died. Right? May 29th, Chauvin is charged with murder. Okay, on May 29th, right? So it takes 4 days to charge a clear evidential murder. Somebody who did something that resulted in somebody else's death. It took 4 days. It took 4 days for them to make that charge. This dude takes a photograph. I'm not commenting on the photograph, other than that he took it. Takes a photograph. Within 2 days of the police becoming aware of that photograph, he's in jail. And there's not even, it says on felony charges, but a judge has not determined one, clear charges, right? And two, upon medical examination, the child has no injuries. So an uninjured 2-year-old white child, you can get locked up for taking a picture with a kid that you didn't even hurt. You get arrested for that faster than you get arrested for the cold-blooded murder of a black man. You see that? Again, I'm making no comments on the picture, right, wrong, or indifferent. All I'm saying is, black man takes a picture with white boy. Within 48 hours, he's locked up, and the kid ain't even hurt. White man murders black man in cold blood, in broad daylight, in public, on camera. It's 96 hours before he's in braces. The Caucasian. Get that t-shirt over GRLA.com soon. But see, people think that, and I mean, it's the bias in the American criminal justice system is so evident, it's so easy to demonstrate. Yet you have people that act as if they're still in denial about it. The kid's not even hurt. What are you? And they're giving him felony charges. Felony charges what? What's the felony? He's not hurt. Even when you deal with child abuse charges, child endangerment charges, if he's medically examined and there's not an actual injury, how is it a felony? This stuff is pretty cold, man. This stuff for real, man. I mean, the Most High, he's showing us, he's giving us just proof after proof. And I praise Yahweh Shah for that. More proof after more proof, and it adds more validity to the things that we say every day. The validity of what we say is added to, whether anybody believes it or likes it or not. So I gotta upload this video. My fault, man, but it's crazy, man. It's too late, just watch it over. Jared Garner, what's your idea? Exactly. You kneel on nobody's neck in the NFL, lose your job. You knee on a little white kid's neck, don't even hurt him, go to jail. You knee on a black man's neck and kill him, and it's not conclusive. We don't know. We still got to investigate. He's at home, being protected by the National Guard. You know, pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. What's going on though? Other than that, what's the deal? Just checking in real quick, like, don't even get me started on Amber Geiger. Don't even get me started on that situation, man. God damn, you know. I don't have any thoughts on Black Lives Matter as an organization. I don't think that black people think Black Lives Matter as an organization. I think that black people look at Black Lives Matter as a sentiment and not as an organization. People are donating money to an organization. Where's the money going? What is the organization doing? Who knows? We're just saying Black Lives Matter because we're black and we think our lives matter. And other people are saying it because they think the lives of black people matter. Did multiple timeline classes. Do I have kids? I have 3 kids. I mean, Physique King. And I said she would get off lightly, but I'm going to be honest with you, that doesn't make me a prophet. Just taking a look at how this system, how this country punishes people who do harm to black, punishes white people who do harm to black people, it's not very hard to know that she was going to get off lightly. Trey Holiday, but here's the thing though. You got our people that are quote unquote informed, and they're trying to explain to people that Black Lives Matter ain't for us and not realizing that the average black person don't know nothing about a Black Lives Matter organization. They're just saying what they feel. The organization is some facade that's set up to funnel money into something or push some type of agenda. But factually, these when I'm in the streets of, I just came from DC. I'm in Atlanta. I was in Minneapolis. Where else have I been since all that? New York, multiple times. And people are selling Black Lives Matter shirts. These are individuals that went and pressed these shirts up or ordered these pressed up shirts who have zero affiliation to the organization, who are selling these shirts because they know that black people think that our lives matter. Well, at least say it. It at least sounds good in theory. It has zero to do with the organization. Nothing to do with the organization. To me and to the average black person walking around, there's no such thing as a Black Lives Matter organization. Black Lives Matter is a sentiment, a feeling, an opinion. We feel that our lives matter, so we are saying it. That's all it is. So we got our people that are just super woke that hear Black Lives Matter and want to tell everyone that says it about the sinister plots of the organization and the 2 sisters that founded it and their quote unquote alternative lifestyles and George Soros and the money, etc. The average Negro don't know nothing about that, don't care nothing about that. What he knows or what she knows is she's black and her family's black and her loved ones are black and our lives matter. That's what they're saying. Now, when you have a celebrity feel like he's doing something and he's funneling money into an organization called Black Lives Matter, then we need to start asking Black Lives Matter some questions. Where is that money going and what is that money for? Because the average person walking around saying Black Lives Matter is not seeing a penny of that money. Organizing protests does not cost millions of dollars. It doesn't. I can tell you because I'm somebody who exercises his First Amendment at least once a week, publicly, assembles publicly, and speaks publicly. I got Officer SICARRI calling me now. Shalom. I'm live. What are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah, of course, I'm the one sending it around. You good? No, I don't need you. Shalom. Sorry, I'm trying to hop on. No. All right. We get ready to close this out in a second. So this whole thing, Joey, man, I don't know why people think you got to ask people who's saying that who are speaking about him and saying he's a provocateur. I haven't came out and said that. I posted a video that we didn't know anything about the NFAC, not taking anything from the NFAC. We know anything about the demonstration on the 4th in Stone Mountain, but we also on the 4th were here in Atlanta, and while teaching the Bible, had 100 men on these streets through the Spirit of the Most High, teaching the Bible, and we also had assault rifles on the streets. And guess what? We did this without permits. Now the brothers who had the assault rifles, of course, had their licenses to have that here in the state of Georgia. But as far as us organizing and demonstrating and exercising our First Amendment as well as Second Amendment, we do that all the time without need of any money or permits. Now, for certain large things, you do need permits. Those are very easily acquirable. Those don't cost a lot of money. Those certainly don't cost millions of dollars. So, Kyle, Carr, and Shemaiah, Yabba Shemaiah Shabbat Thumb, Wata. So, all this money that's getting funneled into Black Lives Matter, we have to ask questions as to where it's going to, what's the purpose, etc. Because that's funny. What's the name of the video when you give the breaking of 4 slave trade? It's a lot of videos. I couldn't tell you off top. Be in Detroit next month. Most High will. I'm in Benjamin. What are you talking about? That's a fact, JD Smooth. Trey Holiday, you got to talk to the NFAC about what the NFAC what you feel like the NFAC should and shouldn't have been doing. I don't speak for the NFAC. I don't know any of them people. I don't represent that organization. You know, if you have a gripe with them, talk to them. Shemaiah, that's possible. That's highly possible. You get to Detroit, we appreciate it. Jared Garner. Somebody sent Jared Garner the email. Can I recommend towns to live in the Atlanta area? Certainly. Riverdale, College Park, Decatur, Lithonia, Ellenwood, East Point, Greenbrier, College Park, Union City, Fayetteville, Fairburn, Jonesboro, Morrow, Rex, Forest Park. I recommend all those places. I think a thermonuclear missile is going to dismantle Mount Rushmore. No, the Samoans are not a part of the nation of Israel. Why is the Trinity big in European culture? What do you mean, Chris Willis? Well, Bankhead is a neighborhood. That's still a part of. No, I definitely won't recommend Gwinnett. I can't stand Gwinnett. I can't stand anything north. FOP means faith and works prevail. It could also mean fearless and woke prophets. Yes, there are Israelites that look like other nations. Shalom, Yasharala. What you have to understand is, and what a lot of our people fail to understand that are in this truth Hebrew Israelites, is they be having Willie Mack and Cecilia. You be having different fidel. You don't owe me anything for your genealogy. I'm gonna get to it when I get to it. When I get to it, you'll have it, and I won't charge you a dime. Joy man, so here's the thing. When you talk to these people and you have different you're having a different conversation with him as he's having from you. If you are operating under the ideology of black as a racial categorization, right? Again, black as a racial categorization, and you are not speaking from the perspective of patrilineal nationality, but rather as black as a overall blanketing racial classification, right? A lot of these brothers who you're like, well, he's talking about Egypt, and he's talking about Muslims, and he's talking about the Israelites, and he's talking about the Moors. What's wrong with him? He's looking at black blanketly. He's not looking from a national perspective. So when you look at black from a racial classification, and you look at, well, the Israelites were black, and the Egyptians were black, and the some of the Arabs was black, and you had the black Moors, then you'll say we're all of that. Have you ever heard these people say we all that? All that comes from us. What I mean is all that comes from people who are classified racially as black, and they're not wrong. We're not talking about a racial classification. It's not what we're talking about. We're talking about patrilineally the nation of people that we descend from is the Israelites. That's it. So you're arguing with them and saying, well, the Egyptians enslaved us first. But he's not looking at us like we're just Israel. He's looking at us like black people did all this and contributed all this to society. Contributed all this to the world. So you have to make sure that when you're talking to them, you're having a concise conversation about nationality. We're not talking about black race. We're talking about the nation of Israel. So you just got to make sure you're having the same conversation as the brothers having with you, because sometimes you'll never get anywhere. It'll be nothing but confusion if you're not emphasizing that point that we're talking about the nation of Israel. We got 353 viewers, and again, we'll be in a 313. Most High will next month pull up. Look for the, we're gonna have them up a flyer hopefully this week. We putting this work in. There's a few places I got in mind to hit in the spirit of the Most High. Definitely probably gonna hit that river walk up though, for sure. In the nighttime, I know from what I understand from my sources in Detroit, the river walk is still popping at night, so we definitely going over there. All praises. Rod Cromartie, Yabashim Yashabrak Thawa for your gracious donation and your continual support, my brother. Barakatam Most Highs. What do you mean? Are you asking me what I'm talking about? I'm not sure about any brothers in Milwaukee. Have I built recently with General Hashar from AOC? Yes, I have built with him. And no, it is not. You can't see it nowhere because it was not something that was done on or for the cameras. But yes, I built with him this weekend, actually. You want your questions answered, come in tomorrow for class. You want me to go into the Bible and do a breakdown? That's what tomorrow and Saturday are for. Not right now. You see me, I'm very casually dressed. I'm chilling. Nothing to build on with the Holy Grail. It's fake. I don't know what Israelites you're talking about, Jared, so I can't comment. I won't. I'm gonna tell you, Kansas City is not a place I intend on coming to anytime soon. Valley boy, how about Shemi Al Shafar? I ain't seen him. You good, brother? All praises. Glad you got that CDL license, brother. Make it happen with them truckloads. Willie Mack, we got brothers. We got brothers in Houston. I'm hoping you linking with the Akim in Houston. What's up with Fopi? Am I going to debate them? I mean, I haven't talked to Fopi about a debate. I was with Fopi this last weekend with Konath at least on Friday, and he and I talked. We had some discussions, a few different discussions, and we built in brotherly love, and there's a possibility of more further discussions. No debate was discussed, though. Chris Willis, should we go to war with Esau? No. What you should go to war against is drug addiction and homosexuality and pedophilia and, all the various evils in our communities. Black on black crime, brown on brown crime, brown on black crime, black on brown crime. That's what you need to go to war against. Okay, so the SICARRI Dallas camp will be in Houston this weekend. Y'all can give me the details so I can blast that out either today or on tomorrow or Saturday's live class through the Spirit of the Most High. Had our officers touch base with me on that social topic. If you want to sign up for the 12-week course, somebody put the email. I'll write the email. What do you mean, what about General Shaw? I said I just built with him this weekend. Yeah, we got brothers in NY. In Gonzalez, hit that email. We got Akim in NY. We got about, I want to say about 3-4 brothers. 4 soldiers now. Levi brother just made soldier. We got about 4 strong, powerful soldiers, all in Brooklyn. So we coming. Yes, we got Vegas. Hit that email. We got Vegas. Akim in Vegas. My brother Decor holding it down out there. Yeah, one body reached out. Israel Rise Up. Brother Hashar has never posted videos. The majority of videos that you've ever seen of Hashar was captured and recorded by somebody else and uploaded on alternative channels. There's never been a whole gang of Hashar videos out there. Yeah, we got brothers in Memphis. Hit the email. Yes, he has. What it take to join? It takes a 12-week course, multiple tests. Well, Jared, if it be the will of the Most High, all praises. Yeah, I would love to go to Stockton, but I know people don't be outside walking around in Stockton. The podcast, my new podcast just dropped last Saturday. Episode 2 come out on this Saturday, right here, youtube.com/SICARRI. So we're gonna see about Stockton. I got to Shalom Allah Party Shalom. I'll let y'all know about California. Shalom Sha'ar Yashawah. Robert Johnson, I don't understand your question. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Awashai. To the brother Watkins. Fidel cash flow, it's possible. All praises, Raheem. Out there in Bakersfield, huh? Yeah, I'm supposed to be coming to LA. Most I will, as long as this gift thing goes on. I should be in the building. This new podcast is on the main page, but my podcast is overall going to be on the Urban Gorilla channel. SICARRI, Florida, yes. We got SICARRI. Miami, Orlando, Tampa. Pensacola, Jacksonville as well. Don't hold your breath on another Guerrilla Hebrew song. No, getting a blood transfusion is not a sin if you need one. Chris Willis is poly what? Polygyny, polygamy, polyandry, Polynesians. Get specific. No, Egypt is not a mistranslation in that verse. Oh, praise the Most High. More stuff is coming on War Angels. I'm going to slowly build it. Most High will. Hosea and Raheem, Yabashim Yashabarakatam. It is wrong to vote for a government party. If there are heathens in that government party, it is a sin against God to vote for non-Israelites. Beige Rage might come back. I got to get my stuff right. Polygyny is okay, not any other form of polygamy, though, Chris Wood. I mean, there's not a precept on a blood transfusion. We didn't have blood transfusions in ancient times. It's not a precept for that. Okay? No precept says thou shalt get a blood transfusion. Scriptures speak about physicians and listening to physicians. Okay, so if it's what you need, then go get it. My oldest child, my daughter, she had 4 blood transfusions. Her blood platelet count went down to 0. If it wasn't for the 4 blood transfusions, she wouldn't have made it. But ultimately, if she wasn't for the Most High, she wouldn't have made it. We trusted first and foremost in the Most High. First tribe son. Why wouldn't that be lawful? Shout out to Pomona, Shanae Diamond. Shout out to Pomona and SACARRI Pomona camp. We have a few videos on polygamy. Yeah, voting for a heathen is wrong. There's a sister running for Senate out here in Georgia. She totally dismantled the Breakfast Club. Now that sister, she's the first time I ever thought about voting for somebody in my whole life. Was that sister? She was bringing the heat through the spirit. DNA testing is not accurate for lineage. It's just not. Man, to hell with SoundCloud. Baruch HaKadesh. No, God does not judge individuals. He judges the nation. The nation has to keep the laws in order for us to break the curses. Quinto, you want a SICARRI shirt? You got to take them courses, brother. Come. Shanae Diamond, you can marry any of the 12 tribes of Israel. Hey, Willie Mack, you know they ain't giving us that. Samoans certainly are Japheth and certainly are not Israelites. Yes, you can marry any one of them tribes, Shanae. Unless, of course, your father doesn't have any sons, in which case you would have to stay in your tribe. If your father don't got no sons, you got to keep that Judah. Raheem Benjamin, I don't know. Daniela and Nigbo. No, I never felt overwhelmed. Not about the truth. I felt overwhelmed about other things in life, but the truth itself has never overwhelmed. Yeah, I'm familiar with the history of Cape Verde and the Cavadian people, Patrick. All praises. Trop, hold on. Joel Trop, are you asking me what condition my daughter had that caused her to get multiple blood transfusions? I believe that's in Numbers 30. It doesn't tell you to stay in your tribe. You only have to stay in your tribe if you're a woman and your father doesn't have sons. King Servant, where you located? Get the email. Camp in Atlanta is 4 o'clock. If you're already with a woman that doesn't have any brothers, it's too late. You're with her. You're staying with her. Don't worry about it. The water true seeker. Y'all see me. I shall bring about the water. The Most High Amun. See, you in Trinidad, just don't vote for those coolies. The 400-year prophecy is dealing with Egypt. The 430-year prophecy is dealing with the transatlantic slave trade. It's in Ezekiel. What were some of my favorite restaurants in Dallas? Let's start with number 1, Wing Bucket. Let's start with number 2. What's that spot in Deep Ellum? The gyro spot in Deep Ellum is called Big Al's or Big Frank's or something like that in Deep Ellum. The gyro spot on Malcolm X in Deep Ellum. Big Guys, there we go, Big Guys. Big Guys in Deep Ellum was one of my joints. Fuel City on a late night. Golden Chick is cool. What else we got? There's a Cuban place I used to go to. I forget the name of it. I used to order off Uber Eats. I'm not going into any breakdowns right now, just so y'all know. Stop. If y'all asking me to go deep in the Bible at all, if you can tell by the way I'm dressed and how casually I'm sitting here, that's not happening right now. That'll happen tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern. Tune in. Flux Fridays, first week. Y'all watch Battle Rap, Chris. Places to visit in Miami, Little Haiti, South Beach. My man Watkins, y'all about to mess with the water. Fort Lauderdale Beach, the Everglades, Key West, Cameron Lynch, maybe not. Papa, man, we don't worry about it. We gonna eat. We gonna eat us something when I get out there to Vegas. Don't you worry, Akia. The 400-year prophecy is talking about Egypt. The 430-year prophecy is talking about the transatlantic slave trade, which is in Ezekiel 4. What about Tampa? We got people in Tampa. Yehuda, I ain't never been to Little Havana, so I don't know. Robert Johnson, you could be Levi. It's a lot of Levites in Trinidad, but it depends on your family name. Like if you look at Foxy Brown, they got a French name. It's a lot of, I even got family from Trinidad. So it's Levites and Benjamites that's out there in Trinidad. You got to remember, Levi, we scattered amongst the 12. So, you know, in amongst Judah, we in Louisiana. Amongst Benjamin, we're heavy in like St. Lucia and Trinidad. Amongst Asher, we're heavy in Brazil. We're heavy in Suriname, Suriname, French Guyana. Um, amongst Naphtali, we're heavy in Argentina, and Chile. Low key, it's a Haitian population in Chile as well. Um, you know, so we're scattered. Yeah, we got fallen angel lessons. That whole myth of the fallen angel. Just look up SICARRI fallen angels. It'll come up. Well, it's because they can't take rejection well. That's all. Yeah, I've been in Orlando. I'm not a fan of Orlando. Well, I mean, Orlando's all right, but yeah, that's right. Yahweh the Shaka war. Yeah, I messed with some of Zero's music back in the day. I was messing with the whole ABN back in the day. I won't say that Nigerians and Ghanaians are Israelites. I would say that there are Israelite tribes there. Is if you have a full French name and you're people from Louisiana, it is fully safe to say you're an Israelite. I mean, not just Israel, a Levite. I mean, we not surrounded by no KKK, Joey man. We don't even see no white people where we at, bro. The tribe is called Mission Moab. I don't see no documentation of that. I don't know why anybody would think that. We're gathering in Atlanta every Saturday. Here at the school at 1 o'clock, across from, then we go across from South DeKalb Gallery at 4 o'clock. I have no record. I have never heard any evidence that Moab ever came here. I don't have any fasting tips. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Yes, the Mexicans are from the tribe of Issachar. Go watch my series Viva Yasharala and tell anyone that says Mexicans are not Israelites to go look at to debunk that and then come holler at me. Next Unity Camp, Detroit. Deshaun, pray. You're gonna need prayer. Barack, if you ain't got no other options, get it from the doctor. Headquarters located 4651 Flat Shoals Road, Unit 8 in Union City. Yeah, brother. No problem, Sicarii Gorza. Cameron Lynch, you must be very new to the community. Camps do that all the time. Spandex is a fabric. Okay, yeah, you up the street then, Zeddy. You ain't far. We right here on Flash Show. Flash Show's at Shannon Parkway, right here. I don't know about the Wakara tribe, so I can't speak on it. I think I'm familiar with that you talking about in Ponce. Who is my favorite teacher in Israel? I don't have no one favorite teacher. I got multiple favorite teachers in Israel. But you know, Tahar is on that list. The late great priest Ben Lawyer is on that list. General Hashar is on that list. Oh, Zeddy. Okay, boom. You already know. Is Blake Griffin the best Levi Hooper of all time? Probably. You know, hooping is Judas' thing. But yeah, so Tahar, Benoya, Bashar, General Yohana, General Mahayaman. Them is my favorite teachers. Judah Nazareth, one of my favorite teachers as well. That would be my top favorite teachers right there. Is them six. Well, it depends. To the Ebo brother, could be Judah, could be Gad. It just depends. Raheem Benjamin, pray without ceasing. Babylon shall fall. There's no one answer to that question. Prove that John the Baptist doubted Christ. Prove it. No, there's no 13th tribe. Yeah, but is it deep in your family is the question. Sons of Jacob, it's okay. He's gone on record and said I'm one of his top 5 favorite teachers too. So, you know, it ain't nothing to get that back. He's gone on record and said I'm one of his favorite teachers. So, you know, it's nothing. I'm not just saying that because he said that. I'm saying that because I feel the same way about him that he feel about me. So, at least to a certain extent, because I know sometimes he be trying to switch up and go in on me. So. Of course. The Danites is on the scene now. Daniela is a tremendous historian. Daniela is a just tremendous, very learned, very well-rounded brother. Elder priest Daniela of Lions of Israel, the right-hand man of the late great Peace Bun Lloyd. Amon, the Most High Amon, you know they ain't gonna let us do that. I don't know nothing about Dante Forson. Joel, no, I have not. Yes, the Akan tribe are Israelites, Levites to be exact. Olmecs are the Canaanites that was coming up over here. Sons of Jacob, no. Shalom, Gary Victor. Tazor the Sojourner, Yabashimia Shabakata, Wata Wata Shalom. Did the prophets have more understanding than the apostles? Maybe some of them. But the prophets even when they see things that didn't necessarily mean they understood what they saw. But some of them certainly did. The Danites weren't cut off. My favorite street teaching video, it's hard to say. A.D. Jones, nah, I ain't seen it. I don't have to rectify anything. You can go watch our breakdowns on that, pal. Soldier Apayak, Yahabashimi Ashabakata Water. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This was the right call in the spirit of the Most High. The Most High set this all up. Who was my favorite prophet? Ezekiel. Probably Ezekiel and Jeremiah. Why? Because they're young Levites. That have a lot to do with it. Am I cool with Somalians now? I don't know if I've ever been cool with Somalians. My wallet, Shalom, Yabashim, Shabbat. Joey, man, I'll protect myself and my loved ones. That's what I'll do. Soon, I just talked to Tazadak a second ago. SICARRI, y'all always. Shalom, yeah, tomorrow I'm going in. Amanda, you saying you got a heathen cousin that only wants to have Israelite kids? I mean, that's not a wrong thing to want. Just like now you have a lot of people, they want to have the white man's kid. Why? Because he's running the world. Well, we got next on running the world. So, some of these people, they want to get a jump start. I'm not confused, Willie Mack. It's clear why he did it. So certainly there are Israelites in Ethiopia. But the Ethiopian in general is not an Israelite. I'm getting ready to get off of here. Stay tuned. Will be a power hour momentarily. Nice lengthy one, damn near 2 hours, with a Moorish madman. Was recorded on July the 4th out here for War Angel Weekend when we took over College Park. With that, I'm going to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh. And I'll do so in the name of his only begotten Son, who the world calls Christ, and Mashiach Yahweh Shai. And I'll say Shalom.